Yesterday in Ottawa, Naten Obed, President of Inuit Tapert Kanatami, and the Honourable Rebecca Alty, Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations, co-chaired a meeting of the Inuit Crown Partnership Committee. The ICPC brings Inuit and federal leaders together 3 times a year to make progress on SH. The Canadian Coast Guard's seasonal search and rescue stations across Quebec will close on the following dates. Any marine emergency can be reported to the Canadian Coast Guard at all times at 1-800-463-4393 or through Channel 16 on VHF radios. Winter search and rescue operations are carried out by November 25, 2025 Ottawa, Ontario. The Canada Border Services Agency reminds travelers from the United States to plan ahead before crossing the border into Canada over the upcoming U.S. Thanksgiving long weekend. Every year, CBSA officers welcome millions of travelers into Canada and work hard to. Project will create over 300 jobs and support innovative solutions to boost R&D and advanced networking in Canada today. The Honourable Evan Solomon, Minister of Artificial Intelligence and Digital Innovation and Minister responsible for the Federal Economic Development Agency for Southern Ontario. Today, the Honourable Recky Valdez, Minister of Women and Gender Equality and Secretary of State, supported by Federal Cabinet Ministers and Secretaries of State *, issued the following statement to mark the beginning of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence and commemorate the intern. Today, the Honourable Marjorie Michel, Minister of Health, announced $6 million to help communities across Canada develop locally driven, needs-based approaches to prevent substance use among young people through the Youth Substance Use Prevention Program. Through this funding, 9 community Today, the Honourable Gary Anandasangari, Minister of Public Safety, announced over $3.7 million in federal funding through the Red Flag Awareness Initiative. This funding supports 23 organizations and communities across Canada on projects to help raise awareness of red flag laws among individuals. Competition Bureau sees surge in complaints about inflated regular prices. The Competition Bureau warns businesses that it's illegal to advertise fake discounts by promoting a made-up regular price. This type of tactic often pops up during major sale events, like Black Friday. When advertising, bus. In its final report and recommendations to the Minister of Housing and Infrastructure, the NAHA Review Panel concludes that Canada is not fulfilling all the conditions to realize the right to housing in Canada in an inclusive, gender-responsive, and human rights-based manner. Homelessness continues. The Honourable Evan Solomon, Minister of Artificial Intelligence and Digital Innovation and Minister responsible for the Federal Economic Development Agency for Southern Ontario, on behalf of the Honourable Melanie Joly, Minister of Industry and Minister responsible for Canada Economic Development F. Over the past 2 weeks at COP30 in Belém, Brazil, Canada's delegation worked with counterparts from around the world, alongside international organizations, Indigenous peoples, civil society, and labor groups to advocate for measures to confront the urgent realities of a rapidly changing climate. Atlantic Canada is at one of the most important moments in its economic history. There is momentum happening, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure our region takes full advantage of it. If our efforts align and move toward the same goals, Atlantic Canada can secure a far stronger economy. Today, the Honourable Sean Fraser, Member of Parliament for Central Nova, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada and Minister responsible for the Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency, launched the Atlantic Economic Panel. With fresh ideas and input from people across the region, this PRI. Minister Joly will engage with senior government officials and leading industry representatives to strengthen bilateral cooperation, deepen commercial partnerships and promote Canada's strategic economic interests in Asia. Discussions will focus on key sectors, including automotive and batteries. This was announced by Caroline Desrochers, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Housing and Infrastructure, Genevieve Guilbault, Minister of Municipal Affairs, and André Beauregard, Mayor of St. Hyacinthe. The modernization of the primary clarifier mechanics and the renovation of the main BU. Dr. Jung is one of Canada's leading experts in the development and evaluation of evidence-based interventions to promote healthy behaviors and prevent chronic health conditions. She is a professor in the School of Health and Exercise Sciences at the University of British Columbia, Okanagan campus. Equipment modernization will support resiliency and competitiveness for local growers. Canada's agri-food producers and processors play a vital role in strengthening communities and fueling the economy. With innovative approaches, the sector is rapidly boosting its productivity and resilience. The Go. Following a nationwide call that drew over 240 submissions, the National Film Board of Canada and the Toronto International Film Festival have selected 5 short documentary projects for Redefined, a new initiative for Canadian and Indigenous filmmakers aged 30 and under. Launched in September during TIFF. Today, Jeanette Levac, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Indigenous Services and Member of Parliament for St. Boniface, St. Vital, on behalf of the Honourable Marjorie Michel, Minister of Health, announced an investment of more than $2 million over 4 years to the Government of Manitoba too. The exchange of electronic certificates is a secure process that facilitates trade by reducing the risk of fraud and eliminates longer delivery times associated with mailing paper documents. Canada and Mexico have agreed to explore the expansion of this tool to include other agriculture and agri-food. Canada stands with the Jamaican people following the devastating impact of Hurricane Melissa. The Honourable Randeep Sarai, Secretary of State, accompanied by Greg Fergus, Member of Parliament for Hull-Aylmer, concluded a successful visit to Jamaica, reaffirming the strong partnership between Canada. November 2025. As part of the Oral Health Access Fund Stream 1, Health Canada is providing more than $35 million over 3 years to support projects submitted by oral health training institutions that aim to address competency gaps related to the treatment of targeted populations and training out of TADI. Today, the Honourable Marjorie Michel, Minister of Health, announced that close to 6 million Canadians are now covered under the Canadian Dental Care Plan and can receive the dental care they need. The CDCP is making life more affordable by saving eligible Canadians an average of $800 per year on. This year's SSHRC Impact Awards spotlight pioneering research that enhances our understanding of individuals and communities, informs effective policies and practices, and helps build a more just and inclusive society. Research in the social sciences and humanities offers vital insights into human beings. The week-long event will bring together defense science experts and innovators, Canadian Armed Forces personnel, police, and other defense and security allies to evaluate how well detection technologies perform in a complex urban environment. Testing will take place at ground level, on mid-level and